Hello, YouTube. We are not YouTubers, so we suck at making videos. But been thinking about some ideas that we can do for videos, and I have a couple. But if you're like me and you have a bunch of old pickups, you probably like to talk about your old pickups. So figured I'd just make a little video on my way home about Rusty, give you a little backstory on him and what exactly he is and what future plans are for him. So we got Rusty probably about 5 years ago. It was at a point where I wanted to just kind of have a dedicated pickup for doing the mobile brakes, and I was looking around seeing what I wanted to get, and I had never owned a big block. And I started, my brother got a can't remember what year his is, a 95 OBS Power Stroke. And so I was kind of looking into the OBS stuff, and it's like, well, shoot, I want to see what these big blocks will do. So we found him in Victor, went up there, paid for him, and drove it home. Drove great. It did have some big, wide, black wheels on it and some skinnier tires, so I wasn't a fan of that, but first thing we did was swap that and sell the tires, so the tires and wheels. But she is a 1994 F250 with the 460. For the guys who want to know about liters, that is a 7.5. She is very economical when it's parked. Other than that, it just guzzles the gas, but it makes it feel like an old farmer driving through town, so I like it. What have we done to it? When we went on test drive, it drove great. Heater worked. AC didn't work, but I wasn't too worried about that. And body's in pretty good shape, so I was pretty happy about it. Got it home after driving it from Victor to Rexburg. It's probably 45 minutes-ish. Then the next day, it seemed like everything else kind of started falling apart. So, don't know if it had been sitting for a while, and then me just going on an hour drive, just kind of started cooking things. But the radiator started leaking really bad, and the water pump started leaking really bad. So we went through and replaced radiator, water pump. While I was in there, I noticed that the front cover was actually cracked and broken. So I replaced front cover, did the timing gear and chain on it as well, sealed it all up, and it's really been, haven't had a leak since, so that's been good. Other than that, I've done ball joints, because you back up, you see any old Ford pickup back up and the tires like go out. If you've seen it, you'll know what I mean. But anyways, I figured it had quite a bit of play on the ball joints, so we replaced the ball joints, and that was it. So have just regular oil changes and check gearboxes and greasing things, but it definitely needs some front end work, and the threads on the oil pan are kind of buggered up, so it drips every now and then, but nothing crazy. So only other thing we did to it was we got a big, one of the extra wide or deep toolboxes, one of the weather guards, so that way we can put all our tools in there, and it holds a lot of tools, so pretty grateful for that. And she's just kind of a workhorse. She hasn't left me stranded ever. She does guzzle the gas though, kind of like we already said. So, but plans for it. Everybody has plans for their pickups. So there's a guy named I guess I actually don't know his name, but he owns a company called Blowing Diesel Designs, and he makes a front axle kit. Might get loud, we're getting on the freeway. Makes a front axle swap kit that you can put a Super Duty axle from 05 and up, pretty much, underneath these, and they just bolt right in. And if I could show you my steering wheel, I got a lot of play. There's a lot of, on these older pickups, there's a lot of different joints that move, and when you have more joints, more movement, they wear out too. So instead of putting money into it, I want to do that axle swap. The axle kit is about $1,500, and then you provide the front axle. So I actually found a front axle that I'm going to kind of go through and rebuild for $300, and it came with everything that I needed for the swap, which is pretty awesome. So we want to do that to make a couple benefits for that. Pretty sure the steering will be a lot better because it'll all be new. It'll be a lot stronger of a drivetrain. And it'll look a lot nicer and ride a lot better, because instead of doing the coil or the leaf springs, we're gonna do the coil springs, obviously, because that's what it uses. You also have to provide the back axle too, so I haven't found one of those for cheap enough yet, but I will, and we might do some videos on that if we ever get to that point. That'll be like the first version of her that we wanna do in the end game, which I think would be really sweet. Is I love the 6-liter platform. I want to find a wrecked 6-liter, take engine and transmission and transfer case and everything, and swap it over to this. With the axles, it's pretty much going to be a Super Duty. It'll just look old and cool. There's it might be kind of boring for a lot of people, because there's another guy that he did a Cat diesel swap on it, and honestly, you could probably just fit a 7.3 in here and make it cool, but then that's just another OBS. So kind of want it to not really be a sleeper, but 6-liters are a little faster than or they can be faster than the 7.3s. So I want people to think that it's just an old 7.3, and then kind of show them it's not. But anyways, that's what our Rusty pickup is. Sorry, there's a cop up here, and I probably should not be doing this video. But that's what Rusty is, just our workhorse. I really want to make it a workhorse, and also make it eventually just shine. I joke with Andrea that I want it to be my my parade truck, where you go on a parade with all your Rusty Rotor stuff, and it just turns heads. So, but we like her. My son likes her a lot. That's really all that matters. Andrea's in, and but yeah, that's the first truck of our fleet. We're actually buying another one that's going to kind of replace Whitey while we do all those modifications and things. We're pretty excited about it, and we'll keep you posted on that when we get it. Maybe we'll do an overview of it, what we like about it, what we want to change and things. But anyways, if you didn't like this, that's okay. If you did like it, awesome. And we will talk to you guys later.